When experiencing a health crisis, the last thing people need is the extra worry about their finances.
Yes, financial advisor Paul Merriman from askpaul.ie joins us to take us through the various financial products that are on the market to give you some peace of mind. And that's exactly what insurance should do for us, Paul.
Exactly, yeah. And I said in the intro, the last thing you want when you're having a health crisis is a financial crisis. Today we're going to talk through the different various products that are in place. And I suppose for everybody, or anyone listening this morning, if you even have a policy in place, it's important to review it. And if you haven't, you really need to get to speak to a financial advisor ASAP, especially if you have kids, in my opinion.
The issue with serious illness cover is that we never think of it until we need it. So we're going along through life happy, and then suddenly something happens and we realise how vulnerable we are. Yeah,
exactly. And I think everybody knows somebody that's been touched with cancer or a heart attack or has had a stroke. Irish Life released claim statistics from last year. And the claim statistics showed that almost 77% of women that suffer a specified illness cover for cancer. So, you know, that's the biggest one. So when it comes to specified illness cover, you can insure yourself for a lump sum payment. That can be anything from 10 grand up to 200 or 300 grand, depending on your budget. And if you suffer one of the big three, heart attack, cancer and stroke, there's up to 97 illnesses. Loss of limb, there's like angioplasty for your heart, there's loads of different things in there. But if you suffer one of these illnesses, you get paid that tax-free lump sum. And it's supposed to help you with your mortgage, with taking time off work to recover, etc. So again, it's really budget focused to see how much you want. But to give you an idea, a female 40 years of age, 40,000 worth of cover would cost about 26 quid a month. You know,
okay,
so
very
it's not
little
an
in the scheme
awful lot of money to be able to have that 40 grand tax-free cash should something go wrong, you know?
Of course, and having that peace of mind is,
and that's what
when you're already sick.
It's exactly what it is, exactly what cover is supposed to be, is to help you there.
The serious illness cover, we hear these ads on the radio all the time, and I often think, oh, I really should have a chat to my husband about that, or what we have already. Because a lot of people might think they have it built into their mortgage.
Yeah, and a big thing, if you have a financial advisor, you know, if you don't, there's a really good site there, clearchoice.ie, it's a find your broker there, sit down with a financial broker and review exactly what you have. And that's what I can recommend everyone to do. You know, you really need to have a look, because you're probably paying out, most people have the basics. If you have a mortgage, you're going to have mortgage protection. It may have specified illness cover. In most cases, it won't.
Okay.
Premium be focused here. If the premium is low, you're not going to have it. Probably the rough rule of thumb on this. So, you need to get an advisor. You need to have a look at it. And like when you're talking about mortgage protection, there's a lot of people out there this morning that are renting and don't have a mortgage protection policy because they don't have a mortgage. And if something goes wrong for them and somebody in the household, mum or dad, passes away suddenly, the rent still needs to be paid next week or next month. And it keeps going on. So they're the kind of really at-risk people. And especially if they're cohabitating together, so not married, and they have kids, they don't get the state widow's pension if anything goes wrong either. You know, so if you're married and you have a mortgage, you've got already a lot of cover. Your mortgage will be cleared and you'll have, you know, the state pension coming in every month. But if you don't have a mortgage or renting and you're not married, you're really at risk.
That's very archaic, Paul. Legislation really needs to change.
Isn't it?
It does. It really needs to change in this place. Like,
so these are people who have children together, are lifelong partners in many cases, but didn't actually get married.
Didn't actually get married, won't get the widow's pension, so they have no state help should anything go wrong. You know, so they really need. And like, there's a couple of products out there, like New Ireland and Zurich have really good policies where they'll insure income on debt. So rather than having a massive lump sum of 200 grand, you can insure yourself to leave behind maybe £1,000 a month or £2,000 a month. So it's more practical, you know, rather than having a massive lump sum, which is really good.
Paul, talk to us about life cover, because it's not all about death. There are benefits for when you're living as well. Yeah,
so when it comes to life cover, that's the saying, if somebody dies, you can get those policies paid out. And then there's living benefits with the serious illness you spoke about already, or else income protection. Now, if you're self-employed, you need income protection because you have no state benefits should you be at work long-term for sickness or illness or an accident or something like that. And that's where income protection comes in. And there's really, really good products out there to cover income protection. So I recommend anybody who's self-employed, because you don't get that. If you're a PAYE worker and you get your wages every week through your employer, if you go out, you get about 10 to 11 grand a year on the sickness benefit. Self-employed, get zero.
So if anyone's looking at income protection, it's the self-employed that needs to
everybody
have it.
Anyway, unless you have a sick pay in work or something like that. But again, if you're self-employed, you just have nothing on it, which is really important. But if you're in work, you have the 11 grand. 11 grand's not going to do much if you have a mortgage and a few kids. So you could top it up to get extra income protection as well.
Okay.
But I'm just saying that most at-risk people, in my opinion, are the self-employed. Because again, if they don't go to work, they don't get paid at the end of the month, and something needs to be coming in. And tax relief is on those premiums. So the revenue actually help you if you're self-employed pay the premium. So if you're on the high rate of income tax, you get 40% off the premium. So it's a complete no-brainer for anyone that's self-employed to have a look at this.
This is one of the few instances where product is more important than price when you're researching. I mean, there's almost 2,000 different
when you look at the life
options.
insurance specified illness cover and that, and that's why we developed this thing called Clear Choice. It's a product. It's a software system that a lot of financial advisors around the country are using. You'll find the broker on the clearchoice.ie website. But those products have 1,866 different product nuances in them. So that means you need to be speaking to a financial advisor that knows the difference between the products. And the weird thing in Ireland is most of the life insurance companies will price match each other for the business. So what do I mean by that? So say, for argument's sake, Zurich are the cheapest price, Irish Life will price down to their price. So price is kind of irrelevant. You want to make sure you have the best product. You know, some will have kids' benefits that are better than the others, so kids are covered for specified illness cover. Fortunately, obviously, that happens. They're also covered for death, which I was not great talking about. But again, there's definitely some benefits in there that you need to see what your personal circumstances
and
is.
Should you be taking those policies out as a couple if you are a married couple with a family?
100%. If you're a married couple, take one policy out that covers you both and it goes on to the kids. And that's really, really important. And again, just for mortgage protection as well, you really need to talk to a financial advisor on this because mortgage protection has changed in the last couple of years. The products have changed. So as the years go by, there's more competition in the marketplace. The life companies bring out better products. So if you've got a product even 5 years old, it's like out of date from a mortgage protection point of view now. It's a thing called dual life mortgage protection, which is really, really good.
It's really vital.
So again, please, if you have any questions...
It's a hard conversation to have, but a very important one.
But you need to have it, especially if you have kids. It's the grown-up conversations, the thing to do. Sit down, how much cover we got? Do we need to have a review? Reach out to me and AskPaul.ie or on Facebook or any of the social media channels if you want a hand, or else go to clearchoice.ie and find a broker and make sure you get advice. And that's all I can say, really. It's so important.
Paul, thanks so much.
No problem.
Really informative as always.
Cheers.